Hey everybody, Darren with Vinyl Corner. Hoping you guys are planning on a good to great Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's to those, maybe a little early. I brought Mary over some tulips, a plant, because it's about time for us to do some things in her yard again. And I always like giving her plants or things that she can move to, because you bring flowers sometimes and they die pretty soon despite that, and this way a plant lives a little longer. That's just me, because that's what my wife likes. So, after 40 years, you try to figure something out. Today's episode, we're going to talk about studio cuts on live records. We're going to give them a fair or foul. Did it give the record a better quality, or, did it kind of didn't belong there? So, we're going to start off with Cognac by Styx. This is actually a really solid live record. It was recorded on the Kilroy Was Here tour. They do have a really great long-form video of this as well. They went into some theatrics for this Kilroy Was Here tour, so part of me wishes maybe a live album should have been released on Paradise Theater tour. But there's only 2 songs on here that are from the Kilroy Was Here, Mr. Roboto and Don't Let It End. But they have one studio song on it, and it's called Music Time. It's not a bad song. For the record, it's a fun song. It really is. But it's not a Styx song. It doesn't belong. It does not belong. That spot could have been used for another song. Borrowed Time or even Lady would have fit on there, They could have even, my favorite Styx song is Queen of Spades. They could have put something else on there, but that studio track, it just, I give it a foul. I don't think I can say any other words that would let you know how disappointed I was with that portion of it. And they put it as the very first song, if I didn't mention that. So you got a really song that doesn't fit Styx, and you put it as the first track. Journey Captured. Great live album. Really great live album. 2 new songs. One of them was recorded live, Dixie Highway, which is it's a Styx, or it's a Journey song. It fits perfectly. Then they have that one studio cut called Party's Over. It's a good song. It blends well. They were smart. They put it as the last track on side 4. So you got all this nice flow of the live material, and then the last track is their single that they released. I think it enhanced it. Do I wish they might have put another live sound? Yeah, but the song was good. It fit. So it flowed well. So I do give them a fair on that one. Next one, I got a lot of problems with this album. It's a good album. I'm not going to say it's a bad album, but Pat Benatar, Live from Earth. Positive, it's Pat Benatar. You can't go wrong with Pat Benatar. Come on, people. If you know music, you can't go wrong with Pat Benatar. Fault, it's a single disc. You got 4 great albums of material and all of this live stuff that she would have recorded from that. And you make a single disc that only has 10 tracks on it, and 2 of them are studio tracks. Love is a Battlefield is one of them. I do give them a fair on that one because that was a huge hit. It fit well. It was not a bad single to release on this. The other new studio album was Lipstick Lies, which could have waited till the Tropica album. It didn't fit. It just, if you're going to keep it as a single disc, put another live track on it. You've got so many songs that you could have put on there, and it just didn't. A lot of these songs are from the earlier 3. They didn't even record a whole lot. They only have 1 song from the Get Nervous LP, which is kind of intriguing. That was a tour it was recorded on. So I give it a fair and a foul, because I give it a fair for Love is a Battlefield. It was a good tune. Did good for her. I give it a foul for Lipstick Lies, because it could have waited. It didn't have to be on that record. 3 Sides Live. A whole side of studio material Genesis? No. This was recorded during the Abacab tour. The live stuff is heavily influenced over the, then there were 3, the Duke LP, and then the Abacab, which was just a wonderful LP. But there's a lot of other material they could have went into. They've got, when Peter Gabriel left, they were still having some of those older songs as part of the set list, and Phil Collins translates them well. The studio side, it sounds more of a Phil Collins solo record than it does a Genesis album. It just doesn't fit. I would have rather had another live. Maybe even Paper Late, if you wanted to release that. That was a single they released. Then maybe just that one song and then add another 3 or 4 live recordings on that side. It's an A live record with a fail for the studio stuff. And it's sad. It really is, because this had the potential of being a real great record. So I do give it a foul for a whole side of studio versions. Last is by far the best Aerosmith live album you're going to ever hear, and it's back when they were still bluesy and still a rock band and not MTV'd. It's the best era for Aerosmith. I'm just in love with their 70s stuff. For that, it was more bluesier, it was more solid rock. Some of the 80s stuff I did like. Done with Mirrors was okay. I really liked, because I was a big Aerosmith fan in high school, they released Rocks. Not Rocks. What is the name of that album? Anyway, Lightning Strikes was on it. Joe Perry had already left the band, and they had a couple other guys. It wasn't a bad record at all. This is just a solid live album. One of the greatest live albums you're going to hear. And they actually were able to blend in. It wasn't really a studio cut. It was a recording during one of their sound checks, so it wasn't a live recording per se. But they recorded them singing this song in a live, or in a sound check, and they added it to this live record. It is the Beatles Come Together. And the way they did it, it's the second song off the second side, and you have Last Child, and the audience is still in, and they edited it to the point where the song is starting while the audience is still doing their thing from Last Child. And then when it ends, you get the audience coming back for them to go into Walk This Way. It blended well. If you didn't know it wasn't a live recording, you would probably just think, oh, wow, it's a great version they did live. They did it for a movie, kind of just to give you a little heads up. A very sorry movie, a very misguided movie. They did a movie loosely based on Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band album by the Beatles. And it starred the Bee Gees and Peter Frampton. I was a little disappointed. It kind of helped Frampton lose his some of his credibility from the 70s. But it had a lot of skits and a lot of weird scenes with Beatles songs in it, and a bunch of variety of people doing different takes. And Aerosmith did a really great take of Come Together. There's a humorous one with, Steve Martin doing Maxwell's Hammer, which wasn't even a Sgt. Pepper song. But anyway, I do give that a big fair. It's A+. To me, that's the greatest way of putting in a non-live song in a live album. So those are my choices. I hope that you give them a listen. Go on Spotify, listen to some of these. The live portions are great. I mean, even out of curiosity, if you want to listen to the other stuff. If you go into the Styx and listen to Music Time, watch the video. It's got a humorous video, but again, it's not a Styx song. It's kind of, I like how they're having fun and playing. and doing that, and why not? But it's just not a Styx song. I don't know what else I can say about that. But the others are, but the live portions are wonderful. So give them a listen. In the meantime, guys, again, have a great Valentine's Day, and y'all be good out there.